They show us who they are every day. Repeatedly, they show us and they tell us. And that vision for America is one that I don't think most Americans are okay with. They don't want the chaos. They don't want the corruption. They don't want the felonies. They don't want the insults, the petulance, the constant denigrating of America. Michael knows this. When you're at a Republican convention, Republicans are always the rah-rah USA, patriotic flag people. Let me tell you, they don't have ownership over that. They don't. And this DNC demonstrated that. There were more cheers of USA and America and all of that than I have seen in a very long time, where people embrace America and what makes America great, even with our flaws. You're not seeing that from the other side. And Kamala Harris is really embodying that now, which is why you're seeing her do so well in the polls. People want that again. It's hopeful. It's joyful. That's what we want for a future.
All right, guys, so we got to talk about the latest batch of propaganda from the mainstream liberal media propagandists, state-sponsored television, where they're trying to make the Democrat Party something that it is not, okay? It is not a party that loves America. It is a party that is built on hatred of America. This has been clear, mainly during the Obama years, and it continues to this day, right? That is what the Democrat Party is. But if you listen to the mainstream liberal media, they would have you believe that Democrats are taking back patriotism from the right, from conservatives. And they're saying this because at the DNC, inside that is, okay, keyword, inside the DNC, there was some American flags, and the Democrats tried to act patriotic and that they're proud to be Americans.
Go to a Donald Trump rally, and it's a guarantee you'll hear USA chants and see American flags everywhere. You might even see Donald Trump hugging one. But it's clear that the Democratic Party is trying to say we are actually now the party of patriotism.
Fellow Americans, I love our country with all my heart.
We are a nation of patriots. If you vote for Kamala Harris in 2024, you're not a Democrat. You're a patriot.
We're all here tonight for one beautiful, simple reason. We love this country.
I want to let my fellow Republicans in on the secret. The Democrats are as patriotic as us.
And lots of American flags.
In our family,
there was a lot of talk of family and football. Even country music, another staple of the Republican playbook. At the last in-person DNC back in 2016, there were performances by pop stars including Demi Lovato, Lenny Kravitz, Lady Gaga, but there were no country acts. This year there were 3. Here's another indicator that Democrats are no longer ceding patriotism to the GOP, the reverence shown toward those who've worn the uniform. On night 4, elected Democrats who've served their country paraded on stage. And when on the final night the vice president took the stage, she said words that if you read them, you could be excused for thinking they'd come from Bush 41 or Bush 43.
Yeah, so this is the Democrats pretending to actually care about unity, right? Pretending to be patriotic. But the reality is that everybody knows that the base of the Democrat Party is built on hatred for America and what we stand for, okay? Especially when it comes to traditional values, right? This is why they don't like conservatives too much. And one propagandist, a woke Democrat by the name of Keith Boykin, he was reminded of this when he tried to claim that somehow, some way, again, Democrats were being patriotic, okay, and that they now embody patriotism in this country, as you have left-wing lunatics literally burning American flags outside of the DNC. Take a look.
I will tell you, there were a lot of USA chants. My ears can attest they were ringing because they were extremely loud. I mean, they are trying to force a vibe shift on this. Ramaswamy was complaining about this. He says, this is being decided now based on a vibe, based on style over substance. But do you think that that's effective? I mean, you saw that video, Democrats, Republicans, military veterans,
Well, he wasn't speaking directly to the patriotism issue, was he? Because, I mean, I think we all agree it's good to see USA chants, no matter if it's Democrat audience or Republican audience. We are Americans above all else, and that's what we need to be reminded of every day. That being said, a Gallup poll recently just showed that we've really hit a rock bottom as far as patriotism. About 56% of Republicans say they're very proud to be an American, 34% of Democrats. So, I mean, I really think for the survival of our nation, we do need to be patriotic. That being said, Mark Twain once said, you should support your country. Patriotism means supporting your country all of the time and your government when it deserves it. And I think that has to remain true. I think it seems like it's a little politically convenient, the shift, but I actually love hearing Kamala Harris, our vice president, saying this is the greatest nation on earth, because it is.
Well, I think, I've worked in Democratic politics for years. I remember working in the Mike Dukakis campaign in 1988 in Ohio, and going to a campaign rally in Ohio where the campaign theme song was Neil Diamond's "They Come Into America." And that was continuously played at every event that we went to because it was a patriotic campaign. Yeah. Democrats have always been patriotic and have always run patriotic campaigns. This is not something new. Republicans have just used this and weaponized patriotism against Democrats because when Democrats speak out about certain issues, Republicans try to vilify them. So one of the best comments I saw at the convention was by Governor Westmore of Maryland, who said, "Loving your country does not mean lying about its history." We can acknowledge the fact this country has flaws and at the same time realize that we're still proud to be Americans and proud to be a part of it. But we want to make America a better place.
Can I ask you a question? Because there was American flag burnings outside the DNC. And I mean, there has been a lot of commentary on the left.
And people have the right to burn flags.
And they absolutely do. But it's not, let's be real, it's not patriotic.
It is absolutely patriotic to burn a flag. It is absolutely patriotic.
I will never burn a flag.
A part of being an American means respecting the right of people to disagree with America.
But it also means respecting the flag.
Respecting the flag,
Patricia,
I disagree with that.
I thought that you quoted Mark Twain. I mean, he said you love your country, but you also love it enough basically to criticize the government when you disagree with it.
Which we all do here.
I mean, it just seems to me that is in the spirit.
I have never burned a flag. I would never burn a flag, but I respect the right of anybody who wants to burn a flag because that is part of what America is all about.
I think that's part of what love is all about.
You have the right to agree or disagree.
That's part of what love is all about. When you love somebody, you can criticize them. You can be angry with them. You can say that they're wrong. You can call them on their stuff. Right.
Yeah, so you see, now you heard that, okay? I love how this panel is trying to say that somehow, some way, burning the American flag is patriotic. Now, the reason why they have to say that is because basically every far-left protest, whether it be the BLM riots, the Roe v. Wade riots, the Antifa riots, the pro-Palestine riots, you see U.S. flag burning, right? They're burning the American flag, and they're talking about how much they hate this country, right? They do not like the United States of America and what we stand for. Now, somehow in Cuckoo for Cocoa Puff liberal media propaganda world, that is patriotism, right? And I can tell you straight up, that is not patriotism. You may have some disagreements with this country, right? You can have criticism with this country, but it's not patriotic to burn the flag, right? Like, for example, when the civil rights movement was happening, you saw the people who were fighting for civil rights, they were carrying an American flag, okay? That's what they were doing. They were embracing the flag because they were trying to push for a better future in this country, okay? But again, that's not the same way that the modern left is going about doing this. They're not embracing American values in the sense that they want America to live up to its ideals, okay? What was outlined in the Constitution of the United States and our founding documents, things of that nature. No, they actually think that those people are terrible people, right? They're racist, bigots, you tearing down the statues because they're trying to change the history of this country. They're trying to change America as we know it. They want to make America some communist utopia, right? They're trying to change America to a whole nother country. This is why there are legitimate conversations about the American flag being triggering.
I think as long as they see Americanness as the same as one with whiteness, this is going to continue. We have to figure out how to get every American a place at the table in this democracy, but how to separate Americanness, America, from whiteness. until we can confront that and talk about that, this is really going to continue. I was on Long Island this weekend visiting a really dear friend, and I was really disturbed. I saw, dozens and dozens of pickup trucks with, explicatives against Joe Biden on the back of them, Trump flags, and some cases just dozens of American flags, which is also just disturbing because essentially the message was clear. It was, this is my country. This is not your country. I own this. And so until we're ready to have that conversation.
A flag outside of somebody's house, I just automatically assume you racist.
Almost definitely. But we felt that way for years. Like, I'm 51. And even as a kid, we knew. It was understood. If there was an American flag at their house, they some racist ass white motherfuckers. That's just what it was. I thought everybody thought that or knew that. It's funny to see that they're saying it now and it's like it's kind of new, but no. Yeah, been thinking about that, thought that forever.
I was telling you, my favorite part of the Olympics was always going to the stadium for the opening ceremonies.
I love that.
I love the opening ceremonies, the March of Country. Then I just realized, man, particularly after these last 4 years, I had it wrong. Nationalism is not good. We've seen the rise of white nationalism. Nationalism is not good. And also this whole idea, I keep thinking back on the Capitol riots, and I saw a lot of, U.S. flags.
Right.
So now when I see the flag and the flag raises, man, what America am I living in? Are the ones that don't think, we should be here? The ones that think that we should shut things down? The ones that... So I just think that this is these Olympics should be a time of soul searching, and winning sometimes is antithetic to soul searching.
Yeah, so the whole purpose of them trying to tie the American flag to whiteness and getting mad because Trump supporters fly the American flag a lot is because they actually want to change it, right? This is what they really want to do. They want to get rid of the flag because they don't feel like the flag represents them, right? And again, this is a part of trying to change the country as a whole, right? There's a difference between wanting America to live up to its founding ideals versus wanting America to be something completely different, which is what a lot of these people on the left, this is what Democrats really want, right? And I don't think that you could sit here with a straight face and claim that burning a flag is patriotic, especially when you're doing it on behalf of another country, which is what the far left protesters outside the DNC were doing, right? They were burning the American flag on behalf of Palestine, right? That is the most unpatriotic thing that I've ever seen, okay? When you're tearing down statues of American heroes, okay, you are defacing monuments, right? You are talking about death to America, how much you hate this country, it's so evil, it's so bad, on behalf of another country. Yeah, that is not patriotic at all, okay? Some people would probably define that as treason, okay? That is what some people would say that it is. But, hey, I do respect people's right to free speech. I know a lot of conservatives will probably disagree with me when I say this, but I do not think that people should go to jail for burning the American flag, but you definitely should not be called patriotic for doing it, okay? I also don't think that people should go to jail for burning any flag, really, whether that be the Pride flag or the BLM flag or the Gadsden flag or the Thin Blue Line flag. It doesn't matter what flag it is. I don't think that people should go to jail for burning it unless, it was somebody else's private property, of course. But outside of that, yeah, I think flag burning is something that people can do if they want to do it. But again, let's not confuse that with patriotism, right? That's not patriotism, okay? Burning the American flag because you want this country to be some communist utopia, that's like the opposite of patriotism in my opinion, right? Which is what you see quite a bit from the left. And you only see it from the left. You never see it from the right, okay? When people on the right are upset with this country, they don't burn the American flag. They protest in favor of this country becoming a better place with the American flag, the same way that the civil rights protesters did, okay? I mean, I'm probably going to trigger a lot of people when I say this, but I really do believe that the modern day America First movement is much more similar to the civil rights movement than whatever the left currently is today in regards to what they're protesting about or against, okay? Because again, they're trying to change the country to something completely different, right? Something that America never was and something that America never should be. Okay, what people on the right are trying to do, what America First Patriots are trying to do, and what the civil rights protesters were trying to do is that they were trying to make America live up to its founding ideals. Okay, there's a big, big, big difference. Okay, so I don't know why this guy thought that it would be a good idea to go on national television and claim that burning the U.S. flag or the American flag is somehow a form of patriotism. But again, this is what you got to do. This is the type of mental gymnastics that you have to jump through to defend the Democrat Party and their radical base. Okay, you have to basically go to upside down world in order to defend them, right? So Democrats can try to reclaim patriotism all they want from the GOP, right, and from MAGA, but it's not going to happen, right? Because ultimately it's something that is natural. You either love the country or you don't, okay? And just because you put lipstick on a pig, that doesn't mean that it's not a pig, right? It's still a pig. So, hey, let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.